Well, desperate times called for desperate measures. There's a 10mm split in the hose about there. Leaking coolant out. Duct tape to the rescue. Pretty well watertight, didn't leak a drop. But take a lesson. If you're going to do that, the cap's on it's on the stop. So basically, you can't really see it, but built into the neck of the radiator, there's a ramp. You can see that's obviously the tightest position. We can't really see much because that level's in the way. So she'll just sit in that position there. So that's what I'm talking about. You can see when you go all the way, it gets tighter. So it's not going to build pressure up. You want him full of coolant. So basically, this hose was only 3 years old. Well, he's only 3 years old. It was bought brand new and put on the car, but that was old stock. So where I bought it from, it wasn't brand new. We've got another hose. This time here's a Gates. The other one's a, I think it's a Mackay, or Mackay, however you pronounce it, rubber products. Probably nothing wrong with Mackay rubber products. I never had a problem with them in the past, but I went with a Gates hose. Gates happen to be my favourite brand. It's my go-to. So I just think they're quite a good hose, the Gates. So for those playing along at home, there's your part number for your supercharged V6 Commodore. So don't ask me what the difference is after VX. Maybe they changed the radiator, or maybe the front of the car is slightly different, but there you go, 05 dash, or space, so 05 1433, that's your boy right there. It's not exactly the same part number. I've ordered another hose spare. The other one's got a slightly different number, so don't ask me what the difference is, but yeah, probably a bit better. I'm not going to film changing a hose, but we needed the car desperately to pick something up and to go do a couple of things. $6 roll of duct tape was the solution. Alright, I'm going to get him changed. I'm going away from these worm drive clamps eventually. I don't like them. I prefer the factory OEM style spring clamps. They're a fair bit kinder on the hose and they keep constant pressure on the hose, if you like. These sort of require the rubber to be compressed to work, and it's all very well, but this radiator is only plastic. So the OEM style only ever get binned by me because I don't have the correct pair of pliers to squash him in to get him off. So these are just more convenient because they've got the 5/16 hex, or they've got the flat blade, if you like. So yeah, anyway, just a couple of what's happening with this car. The other thing is, if you have a supercharged V6 Holden, we go to the front of the blower, we can see that he's leaking. So it's dry there, but you get oily as you go here. Very common problem, the single lip seal on the front of that blower housing will fail. And there's very little oil in it in the first place. So the first thing happens is the oil drops too low to lubricate this bearing at the front of the blower, and it'll take him out first. So if you ever run one of these out of oil, you're in very big trouble. So I suggest you have the appropriate sized Allen key. I don't remember what size it is. It's Imperial, I can tell you that much. I'm pretty sure, not certain though. Have the Allen key in the glove box and the correct AC Delco oil for the supercharger. And you should be checking it every time you do your oil, or even as often as you think of doing it. Just get a torch and shine him in there and just make sure he's topped up all the way. So it should be right on the edge of the hole basically. But don't use engine oil, don't use the wrong lubricant. I know it's expensive to use the correct stuff, but they wouldn't spec such a strange smelling oil if it wasn't required. Anyway, catch you guys on the next one.